Investing with leverage could bring destruction to your life. But if you invest correctly with leverage, you could build a really strong financial base and create wealth in your life. And there are a few simple rules that I want you to follow every time you think about investing with leverage. And you really need to understand, if until today you invested in a way that you always gain profit with leverage, amazing. Keep on investing, but now do some rethinking. The reason I'm bringing up investing with leverage is pretty simple. I went through it. I was leveraged really, really high, okay? I started investing and I was like, wow, I could actually take money that is not mine and actually invest it and make money that was also not mine. And now it is mine. I was, well, whoa, that's a great idea. So let's leverage more and more and take more money and invest. And it started fine. Actually, it started pretty good until it wasn't that good. I remember there were months, almost a whole year, I was leveraged so high, and at the end of every month, I had no clue how I'm going to pay the bills of that loan. I had this defense wall that I built that if this investment will collapse, I'll be fine. I have a different investment to cover it up. And if that will collapse, don't worry, I'll be fine. I have another one to cover it up. But what happened? Investment after investment after investment collapsed. And I found myself with really no way to pay back those loans every month. I went through some crazy stuff, in order to make those monthly payments, but the stress that brought me, at the end of every month thinking like, from where the hell am I supposed to bring that money? That was crazy. And it wasn't only my money, it was of course my money, all my savings, everything. But I was also having, with me on the ship, other people, me as a developer, I had people also invest with me. I just want to tell you one thing, leverage is nice, but there are a few rules you need to follow in order to make sure that leverage will create for you wealth and a financial future that has in it abundance and many different assets. Now, in order to create that wealth, you need to, like I said, you need to leverage correctly. Leverage could be great, but it's a double-edged sword. Like I said, it could take you down, destroy you. You could always get up, but it would be hard. Or like we said a second ago, it could build for you your financial future. So let's start. Number one, when you look at, when you start analyzing investments and looking what's good for you, what's not good for you. Rule number one, there's no investment that can secure your money 100%. Even money in the bank, which is not really an investment today, maybe a little bit could hedge against inflation with the rate you get in the bank, but also there, you're always taking risk, okay? You need to understand any investment you're going to invest your money into, you're taking a risk. Now you want to understand how high is the risk, and then you want to understand, okay, what am I doing to minimize the risk and maximize my profits? Really, really, really important to understand that point. Anything in life is a risk. You wake up in the morning, you cross the street. Hopefully you'll cross the green light and you'll be fine. You'll get to the other side. But it could also happen that you cross the street and someone's drunk or whatever and just will hit you, and well, let's not go there. Let's just hope you cross the street. But you get my point, okay? In anything, there's a risk. Now, your job is to choose the best investment for you that is customized to what you are looking for, and then from there, decide if you want to leverage or not. So, after you went through rule number one, understanding that any investment has a risk, rule number two, I believe you want to earn at least, I always told to my investors, you want to earn at least twice more than what you pay. So if you took a loan, okay, and you're paying now that loan at a 4% interest rate, you're paying back the bank or wherever you took the loan from, your parents, I don't know from who, you want to earn at least 8% on your investment. I know I said I can't guarantee anything, and you can't. That's why, when you go into investments that you're leveraged, try to be as much as conservative as you can. We'll get to that in a second, but right now I'm talking about what you should do, okay? Before we talk about the business, about the investment itself. So as I said, you need to earn at least double than what you're paying. So if you're paying 4%, make 8, you're paying 5%, you want to know that you have a conservative chance of making 10. Not like, okay, the best option will be in investment that I'll make 10%, and conservative is 6. So no, that's not good. You want that in a conservative way, you will be earning at least twice more than what you pay for. Number 3, you want to make sure that even now, if no income comes in for a few months, whether it's from the investment that you made, whether, I don't know, some things are going tough and not too much money is coming in, this investment, this leverage that you just took in order to invest, in order to create more money, won't knock you off your feet, okay? If now, for example, there's no cash flow coming in, or let's go even worse, you're fired for your job, or your business is not doing that well, 3 months without income, will that destroy you? Will that take you down? Will that knock you off your feet? If yes, don't leverage, okay? Especially in today's environment, people think that, I'll leverage, I'll be fine, it's a conservative plan, and the income is coming in from the asset. Well, what happens if it stops coming in? Well, not if, it will happen eventually. That the asset, there'll be a few months that doesn't pay you. Make sure that you always have those few months of a buffer. That way, in those few months, if money doesn't come in, and like I said, it won't, you're fine, you're okay. It doesn't knock you off your feet. Number 4, make sure it's money that you can lose. What do I mean? You don't want to lose, but part of the investing game is that eventually you will lose some money. And if you're in for a long enough run, you'll also earn money, and hopefully you'll earn a lot more than what you lose. But if you lose this money, again, will that knock you off your feet? Is this money you can lose? Is this money you're saving for something specific, for a wedding, for a vacation, for whatever it is, and you could afford to lose it if something happens? If you could afford to lose it, amazing. We're going in, like I said, in order to create more money, but always think worst case, okay, and expect for the best. So you're not going looking for an investment that is going to lose all your money. You're going to look for an investment that is good for you, that hopefully will make you a lot of money, like I said. But always think, what happens if I lose it all? Well, I'll be fine. Will I be able to make back those payments? Yes or no? Okay. After we have gone through these rules, now I want to give you 3 rules that have to do with the person that you're investing with. Assuming you're not investing by yourself, you're investing with a partner, or you might be at all investing in a different company. So these are really 3 important ones. Number 1, make sure that person that you're investing with, you have with him chemistry. You could talk with him, you feel you have a good conversation with him, and that he's a trustworthy person. Transparency is so important, okay? Someone you can trust is so important. Someone you believe in. I'm not even before the business side, okay? We're working here with human beings. Make sure it's someone you can trust. Really, 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 really important, this one. And of course, you also want him to be professional and all that, otherwise you wouldn't go to him. But you want to make sure that you can talk with him and it's someone that you can trust. Number 2, if we're talking about real estate or whatever, stocks or something else, if let's say real estate, make sure it's a good location. If it's stocks, make sure, check about the company from what you can know. So, make sure it's a company that is in a rise. But in it, whatever it is you're investing, you want to make sure that you're investing in something that has potential. Okay, not because it's in the news, because you need to look at the big picture and understand if it has potential. And number 3, you want to invest in a place that doesn't promise you that you're 100% guaranteed. They could promise whatever they want, but you can't be 100% guaranteed for your money. I could promise you to give you the money, but it doesn't mean that I have the option really to do that. So if someone tells you it's safe, it's 100%, it's fine, leave. Now, when you go in and invest, okay, you want them to give you the conservative plan. So like I said before, you're leveraging. You want to be as much as conservative as it could be. Why am I saying that? Because many times when the company shows you the business plan, they'll show you the best case scenario. So you want to see the best case scenario, you want to see, a conservative one in the middle, and you want to see the worst. You always need to think to yourself, okay, well, will I be fine, like I said before, if the worst happens? And you always want the conservative number of profit, the one in the middle, that would be the one that you're saying, okay, if I get that, I'm fine. Of course, you want to get more, but always be conservative. If right now someone tells you, yeah, you're going probably to earn something like 10% per year, and then you realize 10% was like the best case scenario. So no, that's not that good, because if the conservative plan is 5%, not so good. In general, right now, with the interest going up, I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but be careful when you leverage. You want to make sure that, like I said, you want to make sure that you go through these steps. And sometimes actually it's better to save some money up and don't 100% leverage. So each person is different, but maybe have 70% in leverage, 30% equity, 50-50, whatever it is. It's nice to use the bank's money. If it's other people's money, you need to be much more careful. But like I said, make sure that you're not 100% leverage. That is really playing it risky. If you're fine with playing risky games and losing all your money, up to you. Again, you might earn a lot more, but personally, I think 100% leverage is way, way, way too much. So do your calculation, but go through these rules whenever you want to leverage. And remember that the whole point of investing is creating for yourself more money. With that money, you could do things that will help yourself, your family, whoever it is. And when you're able to create investments that actually generate income and help you build your financial future, you feel better. When you feel better, so you light your path. And when you light your path, you also light the path of the people surrounding you. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.